Hi, Aqua. So I did not do a January reading, but I'm going to do the end of January energies for you right now before I do your February reading. So, Happy New Year. I took some time to myself, which I'm super happy about. I feel super refreshed. Okay, so your first card, Aquarius, Five of Wands in reverse. These are your end of January energies. Things to kind of wrap up, probably. Okay. Queen of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles in reverse. So this tells me there are some struggles happening, probably in your finances. This is typical this time of year. It's nothing to beat yourself up over because that's not going to do anybody any good. But that's a thing. Now it's a thing. Now it's a thing. Okay, cool. So what should Aquarius do about this thing? I'm going to say this is a result of the holidays. I think that was just a little side note. Let's see. Okay, so advice for Aquarius for the end of January. We have the, Five of Swords and the Ace of Swords. My personal theme for this year so far, in the past 3 weeks, has been Queen of Swords energy. Like, I have just had to lay it out, spell it out. I mean, the road flares, like, this is my boundaries, and this is what we're not going to do. And that's resulted in cutting off some connections, burning some bridges, which personally I don't have any problem doing, because with this Ace of Swords comes a kind of confidence in yourself and your judgments, clarity in who shall stay and who shall go. So that's what comes up when I see these is perhaps you have not had boundaries and this is where your struggles are coming from, and in turn, you're suffering financially. This is necessary. And look at that. Bottom of the deck was the Queen of Swords. So that's wild that I mentioned that because it has absolutely been the theme. It's just been the theme of my life. I was talking to a friend and she mentioned something about that and I was just like, wow, that is absolutely what's going on. Things are just, I've worked hard to keep them a certain way, a certain balance, not manipulations, but aligned. And it's going to take a lot for someone to step in when I have 5 swords that I'm ready to use, because I'm absolutely protective of my energy, and this is why. This is why, because I nobody wants to go through this kind of struggle. Friends, family, money, like, those aren't the kinds of problems I need. No, none of us need that. So, okay, what just came out? Go figure. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. This has not shown up in every reading so far. But what popped out right before this? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Cups upright. Justice and Two of Pentacles. So this Two of Pentacles also shows up with this Two of Swords. This is a huge experience to appreciate balance. You're going to find a new appreciation for balance after this. Look at these mirrored. Okay, obviously the Pentacles is still reversed. But this could be a direct, this essentially is a direct reflection of your the way you're valuing yourself in social settings, the way you're showing up, the way you appear to others, the way you do or do not wear your heart on your sleeve, probably. It takes a lot for Aquarius to not be upfront about who they are. You know what I'm saying? So this is probably something you didn't even see coming. But like I said, now it's a thing. And so really what you're feeling emotionally is now reflecting in your finances or your material world as a result of the decisions that you've made. So we need to start making new decisions. Clearly. Oh, yeah. The Justice and, yeah, I already showed you guys these. This is a huge, there's just so many synchronicities with numbers and elements that, yeah. You have to know what you don't want in order to know what you do want. And right now you're being called to assess and self-reflect on what you kind of just went through, because this is the end of January. We're about to see what's up in February. Let's talk about February. It'll make more sense. Wow. Okay. So this chunk just fell out. Just like this. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess and the Empress. Awesome energy. This is going to involve a lot of imagination almost. You're almost going to use your imagination. Like, okay, story time. So what you're feeling emotionally, to take that and then open yourself up to receive what it is that you've been asking for. This is what this whole thing's about, right? All of our pentacles. You must first know that it's there waiting for you, and trust that when you open up to receive, that you will receive. And the High Priestess and Empress come out perfectly to govern this happening. I mean, how incredible is that? I mean, this is the birth of new ideas. This is a lot of feminine energy also. Love, power, and with the High Priestess, you know, you have your higher intuition, you have your higher self you can work with to bring balance into your life where it is needed. And I mean, here's the scales again. You know, if you need a louder alarm, balance is very important. And that's what you need to open yourself up to right now, Aquarius. Okay, so that is Beginning of February. Okay, so are there any... Oh, of course there will be. Are there any obstacles that we're not seeing for Aquarius? Okay. Yeah. You really just... I don't know what you believe or what you don't believe, but a lot of what's happening right now is divine order. A lot of what's happening is divine order. And the bottom of the deck right now is the Three of Pentacles. So really, you just need to be sure to be that in times like this where you're really working on yourself, especially emotionally, if other people are a factor in your life like they are most of ours, use your swords where you need them, because there will be spectators, there will be opinions, and so long as you're minding your own business, which is really all you need to do, and they're here to emphasize this, when you're minding your own business and you're following your own intuition, it doesn't matter, because see what he's building back there, see what he's working on, that masterpiece. He's not finished. Who knows when he'll be finished? But he's doing it. I like this. Okay. And again. You need to speak up. Cut your losses. Cut the dead weight. And make room. And make space. Because exactly what you have been waiting for, exactly what you have been missing, is already there. And you're blocking yourself by not using your sword responsibly. That's your power. Stand up for yourself, regardless if they understand or not. It probably isn't their place to understand, but don't be surprised if you end up cutting people off in the process. It's the beginning of something brand new, clean slate. Bottom of the deck was death. That's also rebirth, right? Any other advice for Aquarius? Okay. Awesome. And there's the King of Swords again. Imagine that. Let's read these together. Bottom of the deck's King of Swords. Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Okay. Hanged Man, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. Okay. Do you see the cycle here? The 10 and the 10. You have the new beginning, the vision of everything that you want to accomplish, all of your achievements. And then comes the confusion and the writer's block, the stuck energy. And then comes the late nights and the staying up and the worry and the stress. And then eventually, so, I mean, we've all been here before. Like, it could be worse, right? But it's like, no, it couldn't. Like, this is because this is what you come full circle when you're confused about what it is. This is a little cycle that you go through, but then you eventually end up right back here because this pushes you into a place where you have all this, you just hit rock bottom and you have all this inspiration and motivation all of a sudden because you put yourself through it again and you found yourself back here. But this comes from, I think, not necessarily using your swords correctly, because if this is what you're being called to do and you're not using them, eventually you get used by them is my best way to explain it. I mean, don't put yourself through it. Become clear on what it is that you want to manifest, because it's just going to take you through the same cyclic routine until you gain clarity, which is this. Until you gain clarity from the Hierophant, from the High Priestess, from the Empress, the wisdom behind this sword. You don't have to put yourself through it over and over. And I'm here to tell you that. You don't have to go through this cycle to level up every time. You're really not leveling up. I mean, you're really handicapping yourself to think this is necessary to get right back here. Because take away all this nonsense, and you're left with this fresh, fiery manifestation, which is complete to you. See how shiny that is? This isn't necessary. This stuff isn't necessary. We can cut this out. Use your sword to like slice this out of your life. If that's other people, if that's, I'm gonna say for most of you it's other people, but thank you so much for your time today. If this was our first time together, my name is Jalen. You can find me on Instagram at Jalen Gelato. Thank you so much for watching. Again, like, subscribe, and share if this resonated with you, and I will see you guys next month.